Welcome back to another gift talk. I am here to just show you a bit of what I've got. I went to a thrift store and in Goodwill and decided to show you what I got. And I might have made some mistakes on my purchases, but I'm going to let you be the decider of that. I know there's quite a few things that I'm kind of disappointed in that I got. That once I got to actually look at them and do all that, they look pretty horrible. You'll see what I mean. So first of all, we'll start off with the thrift store stuff. When I actually went to the thrift store, as I walked into the door, the first thing I saw was a rack of movies that said 50% off. Now, if you know me, you know that I am a huge movie fan and that I love hearing 50% off. So I decided to look at the movies, and the only one that actually jumped out to me and kind of said, please buy me, is a movie that I've only heard about. It was kind of a blind buy. I decided to get it just because I know a lot of people have said it's really good. It's a good cult classic or whatnot, and that is the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I know it's probably not one of the best movies that looks interesting, but it's been one that I've seen a lot of people say good things about, so I decided to give it a chance and just say, why not? That was the first thing I ended up picking up. The second thing is I went to a booth that I know of, a lady who actually sells a lot of toys and all that stuff, and if you know how to look and where to look, she might have some good stuff. Well, I looked in the turtle section. She didn't have anything good in there, but then I looked in the animal section because sometimes she gets a little confused and puts stuff like Godzilla, King Kong, and whatnot inside with the animals, and she has them for like dirt cheap. I found a few there. Well, this time she did have a Godzilla, but he wasn't dirt cheap. He was $7, and I bought him because I was very excited. But the problem is I'm pretty sure he's a knockoff. So here he is. Got a pretty good back, tail, the body shape, the head is pretty decent. Why I say he's a knockoff is because I cannot find a single made in Japan, date or the company that was made from. And normally toys like their people to know who made them and when, so they can look them up and know what they're looking at. Well, this little guy doesn't have any. And his mouth and face, as you can see, is not too bad. But if you look real close at his eyes, let's see if I can, you'll notice that one eye is actually lower than the other one. The right eye is lower than the other one, or the left. And his mouth is a little bit contorted. You can see that the tongue diagonals to the left. He kind of looks like I guess for lack of better words, very retarded looking Godzilla. I've bought knockoffs before. That's not a problem. The problem is the $7 price tag. That one kind of hurt, and I probably should have known it if I had taken time to look at it some more. So yeah, that was the one of the mistakes I made. The other one is actually a bag that I was looking at before. It was a bag full of loose figures and all that, which I have no problem with. I love buying those things. You always get something that surprises you. Unfortunately, this one surprised me in a bad way because this is what I went for, and it had two turtle figures in it. And if you know me, and just recently I've been collecting Ninja Turtle figures again, and especially the old ones. I love the old ones, the first set. And I've been looking for some of those. Well, this bag had two of them. The first one was the Casey Jones. Now, not too bad. Missing some paint around the mask. The back of the head, you could see the white patches. Those are actually the white in his hair. You could see same is in the normal. You could see in the back he's missing some paint on his butt right where the print is. And if you noticed, yeah, his legs are actually kind of screwed up. There's a push pin that goes up between his legs, and it holds his legs to the figure. Well, this particular Casey Jones, that is loose. Unfortunately, I think it's a little damaged. So that was a disappointment with this figure. But I do think I am going to keep him because I could put him in my turtle van and he would look just as good. I don't know if I want to put him up front with Mikey or I want to put him on the door with like a bomb holding it ready to drop. But I'm going to put him somewhere until I can get a better one, better looking one with the weapons and whatnot. So I'll put him to the side. The next one, and this one kind of killed me because he's a really nice figure besides this, but is Splinter, no, I'm sorry, Shredder. And as you can see, Shredder's missing a hand. Yeah, unfortunately, the Shredder is missing a hand. Besides some, paint, if you look at the body right there, you can see some black paint, between the shoulder blades, some black paint. Everything else is pretty good condition. He stands up. Well, I think he stands up pretty well. Well, I guess not. But his helmet's pretty good condition. His claws are pretty good condition. These things are oftentimes missing. These little spikes on his boots. All in all, he's not in all that bad condition. I could have respected this figure, but he's unfortunately missing his hand. This one I am unfortunately just going to have to throw away. I don't see a use for this Shredder. So, hopefully I don't get too many, complaints because I threw away a turtle toy. Alright, so, after this kind of disappointment, I was a little frustrated, to say the least. But I had to go to work, do my second job, so I decided to stop. There's a Goodwill on the way, and I stop every Wednesday. And I have found some good stuff. This is where I find most of my Godzilla movies and stuff like that. They always have some movies that are there, but finding Blu-ray is extremely hard at this particular store. But if you do, they're always pretty cheap. So I decided to go. And, the first one I found, it's not Blu-ray, but it is one that I wanted to see. Again, this is not one I particularly liked, the movie, but I did find out that there was a sequel to it, and they're making a third sequel, and I was like, well, a movie that has sequels coming can't be all that bad, so I probably should give it a chance, maybe really look at it, and that is Unbreakable. This one's actually a pretty nice set. As you can see, this guy's in here, and then if you open it up, there's Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson's characters. You open it one more time, and it has 2 discs, some artwork inside, and if you can see that, these cards right here, I'll take those out and let you look at them. One is a Alex Ross picture, and you can see the back as Bruce Willis's character in the back, and then in the front with Alex's Ross signature right here is Mr. Glass, and it's just really beautiful artwork. You can see that, hopefully. Alex Ross has always been an amazing artist, again. So, I was really happy to get this. If I actually can find another one of these, I will try to buy them. Buy it just so I could have both cards and put it up in kind of like a frame and whatnot. So, but yeah, this wasn't too bad. And for a movie I didn't like, it was really cheap. It was like $1. And this is the Vistas series, Unbreakable. It's also the American version. So I know there's two versions of this, Canadian and American. So not too bad. But then I went and I looked down, and normally when you see Blu-rays at this place, they're very few and far between. And usually it's not titles you want. But the first one I saw was The Social Media. It's really, I've never seen it. I've always kind of passed on it because the ones I've seen were so expensive, and I'm just like, it's probably not worth it. And pretty much I've always seen it just like this. The movie that comes out. But I actually found it with the slipcover, so I kind of decided to grab it. And considering there was no price on it, I knew that this Blu-ray was also going to be $1. So I'm pretty happy about that. And if I don't like the movie, I paid $1 for it, and I'm pretty sure I can get more for it when I do better, or if I don't like it and I go to sell it. So the other one is, and most of my friends will actually know this, that I am looking. I am trying to get the Blu-rays of all the Marvel movies, switching over from DVD to Blu-ray. I have quite a few of them. There's only a few that I'm missing, including Ant-Man, which is a kind of a vexing one. It's very expensive. But the Thor series was also another one, and this was the last one I needed, but Thor: The Dark World. I know not the best movie, and for $225, it wasn't, the greatest price, but it's still pretty good. So that's not bad. And the discs are in it, and the digital codes, which I don't even know if they work. They're used, so most likely won't, but don't ask. I don't, give them away. So, but yeah, that was a nice one. And this one, I absolutely love this movie. I have it on DVD, and now this is an upgrade, but it is Monument Men. It just has an amazing cast. I mean, George Clooney, Matt Damon, Bill Murray, John Goodman, Jean Dujardin, Bob Belladine, Hugh Bonneville, and Kate Blanche. So, just like I said, an amazing cast. And it's a really good movie and a true story. Probably on my list of favorite true stories. So, really happy to get that one. That was also $225. So the last thing I always do before I leave this Goodwill is I always go look at the books. But on the way there, I go look at the cups and dishware. And I know it sounds stupid, but I have actually found some pretty good lunch boxes, vintage lunch boxes and all that stuff. And then I find cups like these. And these are the movie cups that you get at the movie theater. I have collected these in the past. I don't collect them anymore, but this one was one I kind of wanted, and it is for Jurassic World. I have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom cup. So, and the Mosasaurus was always was my favorite character from this movie. So really nice, and it's eating the great white, or about to eat the great white. So pretty good. And I don't know if you can read right there. Nope, right there. It just says 25 cents. So I didn't spend a great amount of money on this. But yeah, still a beautiful cup. It'll go in my collection, and I'm happy to have it. So, well, guys, that is my haul. I ended up spending, I think on the movies and the cup, I ended up spending $10 on the Godzilla figures, the two turtle figures, and the Killer Clowns. I spent $14.50. Yeah. One of the turtle figures I'm going to be just throwing away, and the other one is really janky, and the Godzilla's a knockoff. So in that collection, the only thing that was kind of good was the clowns from outer space. So you win sometimes, you lose sometimes, and I've definitely won more than my fair share. I love Goodwill hunting. I love not the movie, just actually going to Goodwill and hunting for stuff. I like the movie too, but that's not the point. And I like going to these thrift stores. I just, obviously I need to look at stuff just a little bit better and maybe peer into the package to see what's what. But all said and done, not a bad day of shopping and all that. For 24 bucks, I got some pretty cool stuff. So guys, if you like this video, hit that like button, and if you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to leave me a comment and just tell me what an idiot I am, I should have known better, feel free. If you want to tell me stories of when you kind of screwed up or you paid more for something than you should have, leave it in the comments in below. I'd love to hear these stories. Maybe you guys could cheer me up and make me feel a little bit better. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day and enjoy nerdiness.